Living with breast cancer is challenging. If one of your friends or relatives has been diagnosed and struggling with the disease, you can show your support. Everyone desires to see their kids grow up, no matter what the medical condition, but endless treatment procedures, as well as the physical changes imposed after surgery, can cause even the most optimistic person to lose hope. Therefore, as a loved one of the person suffering through the disease, it is your job to inject optimism into their lives, even when they are ready to give up. When we see the facts, there's no reason to give up hope. Over the last few decades, there have been many encouraging developments regarding breast cancer. Did you know that from 1989 to 2015, the breast cancer mortality rate has decreased by 39%? That's more than 320,000 lives saved. Obviously, only uninformed patients are likely to lose hope. There are several important factors that contribute to the increasingly higher breast cancer survival rates. One of them is because there are more and more institutions and medical centers conducting clinical trials to find a more effective treatment for breast cancer. So cheer up, because there is hope, and you might just find it in a clinical trial. At one time, clinical trials were done only at major medical centers. This often meant that patients had to travel long distances and were treated by doctors they didn't know very well. Today, patients have more options. This may include staying closer to home during a study or even staying with their own doctors. Clinical trials are studies in which people volunteer to test new drugs or devices. Doctors use clinical trials to learn whether a new treatment works and is safe. These kinds of studies are needed to develop new treatments for serious diseases like cancer. Remember, all our current standard treatments for breast cancer were clinical trials at one time. The word trial can sometimes trigger doubts, but in practice, these clinical trials are very safe and are regulated by the FDA. Only competent institutions with expert professionals that can conduct these trials. If you are interested in having your loved one participate in one of these trials, check out your options at any breast cancer support center. You can find many of them on the internet, and there is no need to ask for a reference from the patient's current doctor. Taking part in a clinical trial is totally free and no insurance is needed. The pharmaceutical company conducting the trial will take care of all the associated charges. Even if you have tried standard treatments, a clinical trial may offer new options or even a cure. Remain optimistic and also encourage your loved one to continue trying to find more effective treatments through clinical trials. Remember that every patient reacts differently to any kind of treatment. Something that is effective for one patient may not be so for another. It may just turn out that the perfect treatment for your loved one is actually still in the trial stage. Please act now, because time is not on your side.